Unless otherwise indicated, all the following scripture quotations are taken from the Holy Bible, New Living Translation, with copyright by Tyndale House Foundation, used by permission of Tyndale House Publishers, all rights reserved.
I asked for like one thing at my wedding, one thing, and it did not go right. And guess what I did? Nothing. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm the one they call Peachy Pie, and today we're looking at some bridezillas. Now, to give you a little bit of context for what happened, is that my wedding was kind of like hastily put together because I had some other plans and we just wanted to get the wedding out of the way, and so we wanted something small. And I was like, I only want two things. I want to play the song from Adele, To Make You Feel My Love, as I walk down the aisle and as I leave the church, I think, as well. And while we're signing the register, I want what the heck is this fly doing here? Anyway, yeah. And then I said I want What a Beautiful Name by Hillsong to play while we're busy signing the register. And like, I don't know, the music technician just somehow couldn't make that one song work out. But and I almost cried, but I was like, it's a song, is it that important? But in any case, we're gonna look today at a couple of people who felt all those little things were that important for their day, and we'll have a little bit of a chat about whether or not it deserved the kind of reactions that it got. So let's get into it. Okay, so while I do agree that some of the bride's actions definitely qualify as like bridezilla and abusive as well, holy heck, I think it's quite interesting that the poster didn't want to show us their posts and only showed the one side of the conversation. So taken completely out of context, this conversation could be like a two-way street, really. It could just be that person's responses were the same as like the bridezilla's type of bridezilla's kind of responses, and we're not actually seeing that. So I think it's very strange of this person to post that their sister is being a bridezilla and actually not to post what they have said. Although I do not agree with the "I'm gonna kill you" stuff. It's like, there's no reason to escalate to that extent. There's no reason. Come on.
I'm literally crying over my nails right now because they're so ugly. Oh my god, okay. This is what I wanted, okay? This is the pastels, and this is what I got.
Okay, buying a dress online even half a year in the length of time that you have until your wedding is a bad idea because you don't get to have the fit. And the person designing the dress or making the dress is, first of all, you have to check which fabric it is and if the fabric behaves the way that you want it to. That's the first thing. Second of all, while you might be thinking you're going to cut costs, you're probably going to have it altered when the dress comes because they make these things in standard sizes. So if you say a medium and you are maybe bigger around the breast area and smaller at the waist, then you're going to have to take that dress in. And that's just how it goes. Trying to save cash in a way in those kind of areas by buying things online, it's not really a good idea. And only if you have a lot of time to waste and you are willing to pay for the alterations, then yeah, sure, go ahead. But here's a little trick. If you've ordered a dress made or bought a dress online and it doesn't fit and it looks like crap and the material is junk, head to your nearest Chinatown and go and buy a dress or hire a dress, whatever it is. If it's for bridesmaids, a good idea would go to a hiring place because they might have a whole range of dresses that you can just have your bridesmaids wear. But like Chinese shops really have very inexpensive dresses that look decent enough to wear it to like a wedding and like a cocktail party, all of those kind of things. So that's actually not like a bad place to go. And I know that Chinese shops are not always like the best ethically, but if you're in a fix, it works.
The role I want you to have is to spill red wine on anybody who wears white at my wedding.
Where the fuck were you when my sister wore white to my wedding? No, seriously. So we had a prom wedding, so I didn't get to go to prom. So I said I wanted everyone to dress up with us. How fun would that be? And it was awesome. The only stipulation was please reserve white or off-white for the bride. That was it. And also, like, no titties hanging out. Like, keep it family friendly, folks. Now, my sister showed up in a dress, seriously, like 3 shades lighter than my own. My family also made me like an hour and a half, 2 hours late for my own wedding. But I'll talk about that in another video. But seriously, when I complained to my mom, she said that's the only thing she could afford. That bitch had a fucking light blue dress that she wore all the fucking time. She could have wore that one. And when I approached my sister, she said, I'm gonna wear what empowers me. Fucking hoe.
Okay, ladies, stand with me here. Here's what you're gonna do for your wedding in future. You are going to have a rack of dresses that look like crap or the least well-fitting. They just looks like absolute trash and really cheap crap. And anyone that shows up to your wedding in white or cream or off-white or eggshell, I don't give a damn what color it's close to. If it's anywhere remotely near white, that person is going to be forced to change before they can be in any of the pictures, photographs, videos or anything. They're going to be forced to change out of the clothing that they are wearing and into one of the crappy dresses and stuff that you've got available. Even if you got a black bag or I don't know, like potato sack, whatever. Because if you have the audacity to show up to someone's wedding in a white dress or an off-white dress or anything around that color, your ass is an evil person, okay? You are deliberately being mean to that person and therefore you deserve whatever is coming to you. If someone says, hey, I'm gonna get my bridesmaids to spill some wine on the idiots that come dressed like that to my wedding, sure, go right ahead, because you knew what you're doing. You did it on purpose, and so you deserve everything that's coming your way, because your ass is diabolical.
And this isn't me hating on the bride for doing this for a maid of honor, but I just want my bridal party to know, do this shit, and I'm beating your ass, and I'm gonna be sure that I make my pregnancy announcement as soon as your ass says I do. How much you want to bet? The priest goes, who has any objections? And I'll stand up and be like, I'm pregnant. Try me, bitch.
Not gonna lie, I completely stand with her. I am here for that. And she's not being unfair, because like really, how can you want to steal the thunder from someone else's wedding day? I don't understand this principle. Are you so small-minded? Are you so insecure about yourself that you need to draw the attention all the time? That's really, really sad. So just don't do that crap at someone else's wedding. I mean, my word. Wait until the end of the wedding when everyone's gone home and you can have a chill time, whatever, and then do your thing privately, because it's a moment between you and your future spouse. If you want to come and do this at someone else's wedding, you got what's coming to you. You deserve it. Okay, I do think the bride was a little bit rude, but I have a problem here. Like, boundaries, girl. Step out of the wedding photos. Step out of those photos. You don't need to come in when there's a bride taking her photos. You wait for her to tell you, yeah, come and take a photo with me. Don't just come and jump on in there. What is this with people that have like small P energy? What is this that you have to show off at somebody else's wedding? Are you so insecure that you want to be noticed everywhere? It's so weird. I don't understand it.
I don't care if I'm making you mad. Oh, for the girls. All right, so at my Airbnb, I think only 4 cars can be in the driveway. And I'm the right number city because they're not on the list anymore. Is he here? Can you, Tina, don't play with me. I'm not playing. Leave me.
Are we talking? Should I go over you?
All right, don't get carried away.
Okay, I get that this comes across as a little bit hard to watch, but in my opinion, you can see that this woman is extremely stressed out. She is so stressed out about trying to make this day go so well and be everything that she dreamed and hoped of. And unfortunately, I think it's a reflection on society that we put all this pressure on young girls and on women to get married and to have this beautiful, extravagant wedding day, that when the time comes and they want this perfect, beautiful, extravagant wedding day and they don't get things the way that they've been envisioning it for most of their lives, then they get upset and they feel hurt and they feel cheated and they get angry and they feel this desire to just try and control things and put out fires and all that stuff. And that's because you raised them to think that this was the most, and I've heard these words before, the most important day of their lives, okay? You raised young girls to feel that the wedding day is the most important day of their lives. Is it any wonder that young women behave like bridezillas on their wedding days when they don't get things the way they want them to be done? When things are just not done the way that they intended. It's not, because you've primed them to being that way. You've primed them into thinking, this is the most important day, nothing else in my life. There's no exciting moment that will possibly come close to my wedding day. It needs to be perfect. And so when things aren't perfect, they stress, they have all this anxiety, they can't sleep, they're trying to put out all these fires, and it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that when I wanted to do my wedding, I was like, okay, let's just go to court. I don't really care. It's about, for me, spending my life with somebody that I love. That was the intention. So that was my feeling towards, and I was like, we can have a wedding later. Weddings can come, it's fine, it's not a problem. And we can take our time to plan something and save up for something and then just have a good time with our family. But when other people in my family heard that this was what I was intending to do, they were like, huh? You're not going to have this? You're not going to have that? Oh, come and you need flowers. Oh, come and you need this, you need that, you need that. And I'm like, I really don't care. I just need a pastor that's willing to tell us something and let us say I do. That was it. That was really it. Because for me, the thing was, I want to spend my life with this person and build my future. I don't care what I look like on that day when I've made that decision, because in my heart I've made that decision already. It was just a formality and a legality to stand up and say I do. So when you put that emphasis on the wedding day and you've got these young women that are so focused on the day, they tend to lose sight of the most precious thing when it comes to marriage, which is enjoying each other. And your family's done that to you. Your parents have done that to you. Probably other women mostly are more likely to do that to you, where they've created an environment where you are going to be stressed out of your mind, running around trying to make things perfect for one day, which really should be the day where you get to relax and just put up your feet and just chill with someone you love and surrounded by people you love. I think that's strange. I think it's such a strange dichotomy. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, because I would really appreciate that. And stay tuned for your scripture of the day. Your scripture of the day comes from Daniel 4 verse 2, which says, I want you to know all about the miraculous signs and wonders the Most High God has performed for me. Alrighty, that's it from me. If you were a bridezilla, felt that you weren't a bridezilla, you're welcome to justify that in the comments. And let me know your stories. I would appreciate your thoughts. I love reading stuff. I am a writer. You can check my links in the description. And I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous day further, because you absolutely deserve it. Cheers!
그대 잠깐 눈을 붙일 때 나는 마음에 물을 붙여요.